Difference between democracy and a constitutional republic. There are big differences. In a democracy, the majority always wins with almost no breaks and no slowdowns of a check and balance system to protect freedoms and liberties. In a constitutional republic, the government starts with certain truth claims.
This is what makes people like Charlie Kirk so dangerous. They take a fairly nuanced topic, they overcomplicate it, and they get it flat out wrong. It's genuinely hard to tell whether he just doesn't understand it completely or whether he's using his rhetoric to try to mask a broader agenda, which most people who argue that America is a republic and not a democracy are trying to do. They're trying to justify limiting rights to certain people that they don't want to give rights to. It's the danger of having strong political, legal, or government opinions when you haven't had the training like someone like myself has, getting a political science degree, getting a law degree, having experience in both government and the private sector. Charlie had none of those things. So let's get to the gist of it here. A constitutional republic is a type of democracy. The United States, Germany, India, even constitutional monarchies like the United Kingdom, those are all democracies. But while the founders warned against direct democracy, they were not warning against representative democracy. In fact, that's exactly what they were advocating for. Charlie also tries to say that because democracy wasn't explicitly included in our Constitution, that means we're therefore not a democracy. But he completely ignores and downplays the fact that the definition of democracy is included in the Constitution, captures exactly what the founders wanted and what Hamilton and Madison argued in the Federalist Papers. They created a republic, a representative democracy with constitutional guardrails that would hold the government accountable. They were most fearful of mob rule or direct democracy, which is the most extreme form of democracy and which America isn't and never was intended to be. So when people like Charlie Kirk say, we are a constitutional republic, not a democracy, they are making a distinction without any meaningful difference. And they're usually not trying to make a civics point. They're usually operating in bad faith, trying to use history to mask an agenda that they have to suppress certain people of rights and to make limiting participation sound patriotic. When the truth is that America is both a republic and a democracy, and that's by design. If you find stuff like this helpful, I encourage you to subscribe to my newsletter, or you can follow me here for more.